Welcome to Messenger of the Divine. This is the I Am. We of the Divine Council are the Ascended Masters of all worlds, all dimensions, all universes. I am Archangel Raphael, speaking under the guidance of Master Teacher Jesus Sananda, whom we call Sananda by his original name, his eternal name. Jesus was a physical incarnation for that intended purpose, as described in other 4 or 5 recent videos. If you're interested in that story, look at the videos that begin with the most recent. We'll look at the videos in order from the most recent. Jesus' first breath, how Jesus got born, which is the story of the 50 archangels, Jesus' experience with the channel, 2 or 3 others that are in a series together. They tell the story of how and why Jesus came to be born on this planet Earth. I, the Archangel Raphael, come to you on this day, in this hour, to speak of other things. All of the worlds have great interest in planet Earth, this Earth. Many worlds have humanoid and human life forms in the many galaxies across the dimensions and the universes, but also your galaxy and your universe. And the day will come in the distant future when you will understand this and value this and appreciate this. Because there are many worlds with human life forms in your current time and in your future time. Many of these are from your future time because they have learned the skill of time travel, including from your own future time, millennia ahead. Millennia, not centuries. Ages ahead, not thousands. Ages are 26,700 years, thereabouts. It's approximate. See the materials written and channeled through Carol from Jesus on this, especially mentioned Although it is in the New Humanity, it is also mentioned in the New Humans and other related materials where the cosmic age is referenced for the current age that all are in, and evolution to one degree or another. The older the cycle of creation, the more advanced. But all are going through, despite the degree of evolution and advancement, all are going through a new shift to the next level of consciousness, whatever that may be in that particular species, age, era. But in this earth, this era that you have now entered, as of your September 22, 2011, the age of forgiveness, the age of the child, the age of compassion. These are the keynotes of the new era you have entered. 26,500 years, thereabouts, approximate. See the materials already given by Carol. That is the precise time. And in those references, wherever the new era previously to this, in the books given by Jesus through Carol, those are the precise times. What we tell you is an era is multitude of time. It is not only millennia, it is many millennia. I tell you this because you have only just begun the new era. How can you see it? How can you feel it? How can you know what is this new era about? Look around you. See that the struggle continues, but there is an increasing pushback now. Not only is the struggle still there, not only is the resistance still there, not only is war, violence, and hatred still there, but there is now a pushback. It is no longer accepted as the norm by the majority on planet Earth. The majority of peoples on this earth no longer accept these behaviors and attitudes as the norm. They are now considered by the majority as the aberration. So when you see the peoples of the majority rise up and say, no more, this is the shift in attitude. The heart awakening to true being, the true life, the true origin. This is the heart awakening to, I can be better, I can do better, I am better, I will be better. This is the heart awakening in the masses, standing up against oppression in a way never before imagined, standing up against oppression, war, and hatred in a way never before. The strength of will. It is here now. It is here now. This is the new era, the pushback, standing up against atrocity, standing up and saying, no more, no more, standing up against hatred, standing up against vile behaviors, attitudes, cruelty, repression, genocide. This is the new era, standing up against, pushing back against all that is hatred, against other, all that is fear of other. Why? Why is there fear of other? Loss of power? Seriously? This is not the way of the new time that is now upon you, and gradually wearing it down, pushing it out, and saying no more. This is not who we are. This is not who I am. I am not that person, and I do not accept your behavior toward other. In all nations, every nation on this earth, this is the pushback, the standing up of the majority, the masses, resisting, refusing to accept cruelty and dominance, for these are no longer the way to be physical. You are adapting, dear ones. You are adjusting. You are feeling the pain. That is your heart awakening. You are being moved deeply, more deeply than ever before in human history. More of you feel empowered to take it upon yourselves to say, no, this is not who we are. And in numbers is your strength. Always has been. And now there are more of you. Not hundreds, thousands, not thousands, hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, millions of you. In every nation on this planet, finding your strength in numbers, standing up and walking away, standing up and refusing to follow the law of oppression, for it is fading. The oppressors are fading and will be gone. They are a dying breed. Why do they do this? They fear. They fear you. Indeed, they fear you. That's the only reason that they try to dominate you. For you are smarter than they are. You are bigger than they are. You can do this. Be your higher self. That is where your power is. For in the higher self is your vision, is your strength, is your will, is your understanding. All worlds go through this at some point in their evolution. Some worlds are more advanced than others. And the majority of those from other worlds that have visited this earth, the majority of these, 9 out of 10 of these in percentages, they have advanced. They have been through this. And the oppressive genes are gradually diminishing in the species. The genes that seek to overpower others out of fear or self-doubt, that gene is slowly diminishing in the DNA. That gene is becoming less in the DNA. When we write about the DNA in your book through Jesus, the new humans, this is part of it. That which drives the domination is becoming less and less and less in the DNA. And what is growing in the DNA, what has been awakened, activated, the new molecule strand in the DNA of the new human you are evolving into over this next era, 2, 3 eras. It's a long time, but it is the journey, and it has begun. In fact, there were glimpses of it in the last century, but now it is awakened. It is activated. Some of it began in 2001 with the new children. 2011, it was the kickoff. More activation of the new genetic line of human being. Not everyone, but many. And this will increase over time. For example, waves of new humans, 1947, mid-70s, 2001 to 2011, 2047, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Each one of those is a new wave of new humans, genetically predisposed to insight, vision, kindness, cooperation, compassion, smarter than the dominant past leaders, smarter than those who have sought to control rather than work together. Smarter. And with that comes a genetic increase in the brain activity in the brain. A genetic increase to comprehend what is going on and how to fix it. A genetic increase in the new strands of human being in the DNA. Increased awareness aptitudes of intuition, aptitudes in telepathy, which is how it is easier to comprehend the other because there is more empathy. Empathy and telepathy are two sides of the same coin. When you have empathy, you can receive, sense the other being's ideas, ideals, attitudes, goals, not every single word, but you are able to better relate to that person. Telepathy is a growing industry. Watch it carefully. Empathy is a growing skill. Currently, 20% of the population, which is a large number, so be aware. Clairvoyance is a growing industry. Watch it carefully, because when other people can see you, they see who you really are. They see what you try to hide from others. There is no place to hide, because when people have telepathy, empathy, and clairvoyance, they see who you really are. They know who you are. There is no camouflage. So better to be your higher self, your best person, your best nature. Plus, it feels good. It feels better. And you're able then to begin to take a deep sigh of relief and to let go of why have I been so hard on everyone else when all I have to do is let go. When you let go, that is the beginning of seeing yourself as you really are. And that is with forgiveness of who you are and have been, and behaviors, and speech, in choices and actions. That is who you really are. The thing to know about these people, many of you listening are there already, and if you're not, this is for your understanding, for awakening to that, who you really are. For when people have the gifts of telepathy, empathy, and clairvoyance, they have many other gifts as well. These are the healers, the magnificent, not the pretenders. They follow in the footsteps of Jesus as he lived, not the pretenders. And when you are awakened to sensitivity, you know the difference between what is real and what is false. And you listen to the inner divine counsel of the angels, of the masters, and of your own higher definitive comprehension, which is knowing. And you stop the games of pretending to follow false leaders, false gods, for they are nothing but shadows, trying to be bigger than they are. You can see the difference. It's plain as day. Why would you want that? Power is imaginary. It is not real. The only power is in when you can see the truth and to live it and speak it. That is the only sustainable power. And I tell you this, people who develop these gifts because they accept and open their true nature, the higher original self, who is not one who seeks to dominate others, but to embrace and cooperate. These are the people who increase in numbers, generation to generation. And currently 20% of the entire population. Is that you? Because you are the new leaders. You are the young and the awakened. You have understood and accepted the gifts that come into your being, your heart, your consciousness. How do these gifts arrive? How do they grow in you? You believe. You open yourself to receiving spiritual understanding. And as you do this, one gift after another awakens in you innately. It is already in you innately. It's already there innately. Only follow truth and live truth. Everything else is a shadow and is falling away. Nothing else but truth is real and fleeting and burning out and dying. I am Archangel Raphael. Perhaps this offers you some insight on this day in your world, in your nation, in the nations of the world who strive for freedom for all, compassion for all, rather than to dominate. Because freedom of the individual was true at the very beginning of physical existence. The freedom to choose. Choose wisely. For when you seek to cooperate and to help others, you are on the path of goodwill and healing. Not just for others, but when you do this, you grow this within yourself as well. And the rest of it falls away. Nothing else is real to you but truth and goodness. Nothing else will last. Decade to decade, generation to generation. This is how you see it. This is how it is, evolving right now. Thank you. Let it be.